Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the install on the Gen 5 DIY front camera. So the way that this one works is you have to take off this trim piece right here, which I already had it pretty much set up, but you got to get behind it, use a plastic tool, trim tool to get it off. Once that's off, you're going to have 4 screws up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to pull back on the whole radio piece right here. Once you do that, you want to support it from the bottom, tilt back, and you got to tilt back slow because there's the HDMI cable that is not that long, and that one's got to come out first. Once that one comes out, then you can access this cable. So once you pull that out, set, go over here. So with the front camera, you're going to need a new HMI. This is the, I'm going to start it off right here. With the front camera, it's going to come with a new HMI. The one that I have here today has navigation. My stock one did not have navigation, so I purchased the one with navigation. The reason you need a new HMI is it needs to be programmed to add the front camera so it's displayed on your radio screen. So the one you can order it a couple different ways. If you already have a one with navigation, you simply, when you order the new one, there's going to be a core charge, and then when you return it, when you return your stock one, you're going to get that core charge back. So you can have, if you have navigation, then that's all you do is you swap them out. If you don't have navigation, you have to buy a brand new unit if you want to add navigation. That's what I did. I added nav. So took the old one out. This is the new one. Go ahead and put it in. Goes in pretty simple. So the harness to make the front camera work is right here. So you're going to get this harness. After you have the new HMI installed or in place, this is the new harness. The new harness basically comes with the adapter here that's going to go into this plug, and then this is the switch box that's going to switch back and forth between the front camera and the rear camera. Also, if you add navigation and you didn't have navigation, they're going to send you this right here, which is your antenna. Just put it up here, it works fine. So once you plug everything in, I'm going to plug this piece right here, goes in there. This one goes in here. This is the extra piece basically, and then all the other ones go back into their cord, and they're color coded so you can't mess it up. So they all go in one way, black into black, big one into here, and this is going to be going back into the radio. So once that's all installed, now your harness is in. So you're gonna have this red. You're gonna have a black wire, which is your ground, which I'm going to take a look back here, is where I drilled in, and then there's a bar that goes across behind the dash. That's where I was able to attach the ground. And then with the this wire right here is going to go into the BCM that controls the front camera, and I'll show you where that's plugged in down over here. Alright, so for the BCM, you're going to remove the gray one at the bottom. So you remove the BCM is right here. It's basically underneath the hood latch release button. The hood latch release. And this is on the bottom one right here. That's how you access this this piece right here. So you're going to want to tap into you're going to want to tap into the white and green wire, and they're going to supply you this piece right here. So you tap into the white, you splice the wire up. If you want, you can also remove this trim piece right here. There's going to be a screw here and here, and it comes out. Behind this, there's another like knee plate, a plastic or metal plate back here that's got 4 screws, and that'll give you better access to this. But as you see, once you unplug it and bring it down, without having it, you don't have to necessarily deal with all that to get to this. So I recommend, if you don't want to deal with all that, go for it. If you do, and you want to just give yourself more room, you can go ahead and remove this piece and then the middle piece behind it, and then it'll give you way more access. But when you remove this, remember, you have to slide, this slides out this way. You got to remove this piece. So these 2 screws here, remove this, and then pop these, and it pops out towards you. Alright, now here comes the installation of the actual camera. So what I did was I ran the wires down through here, through the front, along the hood latch release wire, and I mounted my camera, come down, I mounted the camera right here. So I felt like that was the best spot that I found for it. I mean, you could pretty much mount it anywhere you want, it's up to you. The camera comes with 2 screws, but I use these self-tapping screws right here to drill into this plastic piece in the front of the bumper, and you can actually bend the camera right there to kind of your desired angle. I put mine right here so that way I know I could see pretty much down to about 1 foot in front of the truck. So with the wires, I ran the wires up through here, and you're gonna have a ground wire, and then you're gonna have a power. So the ground comes right here, it's already labeled for you, ground. Pretty simple. Alright, so you're going to run your wires up through here, and I ran them along the hood latch release, and then your ground is pretty simple. That's right there where it says ground. And then for your power, you want something that's on when the key's in the run position, and so I came into this slot right here. You're going to get an add a fuse, so you're just going to pull out the stock fuse and then add it right here. I'll show you. It's this one right there. And then you're going to go ahead and plug it into here. I think this actually came with a 10 and a 15, and then so that one I pulled out and then replaced it. And then when you want to put the fuse cover back on, so you could either do it one way, you can do it a couple ways. You could kind of Dremel out the corner right here, and so you can put your fuse box back on top, the lid back on, or you can kind of wrap it around there and do it on this side. Either which way works for you. So one of the other difficult parts for this install is getting it into the cab. Alright, so the other way, so once you have all that done, the next thing that you want to do is you want to run the video wire into the cab. So if you go to, and I'll put a link in the description to Colorado Fans Forum, there's a couple different threads on how to access the go into the cab from the engine compartment. And for me, I found the easiest way to run this was just right here through the hood latch release area, which is right down in here. So I just pulled out this little plastic, this rubber piece right here, and slid it back, and was able to slide the cable back in, and that's going to put the wire right there by the brake pedal. Alright, so this right back here is where the wire comes out, and then you're going to run it back here behind this piece up here, and when the radio is out, you can actually run it through the air conditioning opening right through here. And then this video cable is going to be plugged into the open slot. Alright, so the video cable that you ran from the engine for the camera is going to be plugged into the open slot on the switch box, and they just get plugged in, simple. And that's how you plug everything in. So now when you get to cable management, as far as how you want to run your cables, oh, also this wire right here, your that gets connected to the BCM, you run this through the exact same hole that you ran the video wire through. And then the rest of it is just kind of tightening up the cables in a way that it fits back there nicely. But there's a bunch of room back here that you could actually tuck everything back in there. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clean up all the wires and clean everything up and get this thing put back together, and then kind of show you how it works. Alright guys, so everything's buttoned up. Now we're going to show you how it works. So with the new front camera installed, everything works like normal. When you put the car into reverse, your reverse comes up. So when you back up, you have your reverse camera. The added bonus to this is now when you go put it in drive, you automatically see what's in front of you. So kind of if you're in a tight spot and you're backing out and you're kind of going back and forth, it only stays on the screen for a couple minutes, but that's cool. Also, when you want to access the front camera, so we're in drive now, and we're going to access the front camera. Come over here, camera. So now when you're driving, you have your front camera, and over here you can see the timer, so it's counting down. You've got 20 seconds, 15 seconds, and you know, so that's how that works. Another feature that you get with this is you can play a movie now on the screen while you're driving. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the USB. So once you have a media in the USB slot, go to audio, and you have video now. So when you first put it in, you're going to have your radio control settings, but after a while it just goes away, and now you have video. This is one of my videos I shot of two college girls riding in a ZL1. So now we start driving and the video keeps playing. So this is cool if you got kids. You can put them in the in the back seat, and you can put a Disney movie on or whatever, keep them entertained while you're driving on going somewhere. You don't have to actually buy like a portable DVD player or anything like that. You could just use a screen, and the picture quality is really good for this thing. Alright, so also what I did on this one is I added navigation. This truck came without factory navigation, but when I upgraded to the front camera, I also added navigation. So you come here, so now I have nav, it's stock nav. So that's one of the things that you can get when you upgrade to the front camera. It's an option. If you already have navigation, it's going to be a little cheaper for the front camera. If you want to add it, you can do that as well, like I did. So I added nav and front camera. Alright guys, so that's the install for the Gen 5 DIY front camera. Remember promo code BLUETRUCK. I'm going to put a link in the description box. Also, if there was anything in the video that was confusing or you didn't understand, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer all the questions you have. I'm also going to put a link in the description box to Colorado Fans Forum, and there's going to be some guys on there that know a lot more about this stuff than I do, and if I can't answer the question, they will be able to do that. So thanks again for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. See you next time.